everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. This is probably going to be a short video because I baked a, let me see if I saved my box. Jackson, what did I do with that box? Cake mix box. I'm making a coconut cake today. This is super easy. You can tell I even opened my box upside down. I just used the Betty Crocker Super Moist Cake Mix. It's a white cake mix. You can bake it according to your directions on the back. You know me, I usually, if it calls for 1 cup of water, I use 1 cup of milk, and I used 3 eggs and I think a half a cup of oil, or as we say in the South, oil. So this is a 15-ounce can of cream of coconut. This is mine is by Coco Lopez. Your all's might be a different brand, but don't get coconut milk. Get cream of coconut, okay? Cream of coconut. I'm going to grab a little spatula and stir that a little bit. Wow. You know, it hardens almost like lard used to. You know, it looks, look at it, looks almost like lard, but it is not. Look at all that cream that's coming out of there. You need 1 can. And this, if you've never used it before, honey, I think sometimes I could sit down and mix it up real smooth and drink it with a straw. I don't, but I feel like I could. You want to get every little thing out of there, okay? Because that's the goodie stuff. Okay, next I'm going to take 1 can of condensed milk. Condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. And I'm going to open that. Today I've got Willow, Hannah Grace, and Jackson helping me in the kitchen. We're doing some things. We're using the freeze dry machine. And they have been getting them some candy going in the freeze dry machine.
Hey y'all.
There's Willow. I'm going to put all this into this cream of coconut, the sweetened condensed milk. This bunch is just traveling around. If you see them going around, you know they're visiting Nanny today. Like I said, we're making some things. You're going to be seeing a little bit of them on some videos because they love to do it as much as I love to do it. Get every little drop out of there. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my little whisk-like thing here. This thing is so little, but it is powerful. It really, really works. Y'all want to help me poke holes? Sure. You think you can poke holes? You don't touch the...
My bad.
Let me fix my camera again. I'm having a time with the camera, and you can see I'm beating this up. I've got my little hole puncher here. They're going to punch some holes. Come here, guys, and let me show you how to do it, okay?
So just easily, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it about, and then the next row starts about right there, okay? You can take turns. One of y'all do it for a while, and then the other.
So that goes in the holes of the cake.
Yeah, Hannah Grace is a lefty. This is Hannah Grace. This is Willow. You can't see either one of them right now.
Oh.
I think my camera is going downhill, but I'm having a time. I'm ordered some new lighting because I had a lot of people complain about the lighting. I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I have to work with.
Yep.
Well, don't let the holes go in together. It gets too big.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect, darling. Just poke that cake. Go all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We'll be back in a minute, okay? Hannah Grace gets all these poked out. Or in. Okay, we're back. I think we got the camera sort of straightened out. And I taught them how to poke it all the way down. Yeah, there we go. Now, we've beat up our 1 can of Coco Lopez. It's cream of coconut. Whatever brand you have in your store. And 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Oh, okay. Let me get rid of that.
That almost looks like a giant glazed donut.
Yeah, giant glazed donut, Jackson said. Yep, it does. Then we're gonna put all this on there. Make sure we get everything out of there. Ooh,
Every last drop.
Every last drop. I'll give you that, Willow, if you don't mind. I'm making a mess. Then we are going to take this and we're going to put it in the refrigerator or in the freezer for a little while and let it freeze real quick or let it cool. It needs to completely cool down before we put the top layer on. Okay, I just got my cake. I set it in the freezer until it got really good and cold, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a 16-ounce Cool Whip. I'm going to icing my cake with the Cool Whip. Now, I'm going to tell you what is good. You have to leave this thing and let it soak, really, in your refrigerator. If you can make it and let it soak overnight, it will be so good because all that cream of coconut and the condensed sweet milk, those just need to soak up into that cake. It does not make a soggy cake. I'll usually have people send a message and say, oh, that'll be soggy. It is not soggy. I've made this thing for years and years and years. I've never had a soggy cake. So, to let you know that. I used about a half a container, so if you have a small, just a regular thing of Cool Whip, that will be fine. I don't like to be skimpy with my Cool Whip. We like Cool Whip. Sometimes I know it's got some things in it that we don't need to do, but this is a quick little something if you need to make something for a funeral or something to take to somebody's house. This is what you need. Then I've got a 7-ounce bag of coconut. This is just sweetened coconut flakes. We're going to put that all over it. And I like to really put a lot on. If you just like a little bit, just put a little bit. And I'm going to stop the camera in a minute and get me some pecans because I like to put pecans on mine. Don't you think that would be nice to take to somebody's house, to share with a neighbor if somebody, you know, is not feeling well? Or I'm going to tell you, if you've got a neighbor that's alone, you know, that don't have a spouse or whatever, be sure and take it and share them with a big old piece of this. And that's how you share your love with one another, is to share with one another. Share food with those that maybe, especially the elderly that don't have, you know, don't want to make something this big because they think, well, I don't want to make that because it's going to be a bunch of waste. I used 8 ounces of coconut on here. Now, I'm going to get some pecans. Okay, I got maybe 1/4 of a cup of pecans, whole pecans there. I'm just going to break them up, put them all over the top. If you don't like nuts, then don't put anything on there. Don't put anything. This is an old one, a recipe that my friend Tammy used to make and bring to church. And one day I was like, oh Lord, I don't need to learn how to make that because I think I'll eat the whole thing. And I said, okay, give me the recipe. I can't keep on wanting it and not saying anything. She said, yeah. So it's just really good to share with people. If you like coconut, this is the recipe for you. That cream of coconut. And like I said, don't use coconut milk. Coconut milk, no, is a no. But that coconut cream absolutely just makes it wonderful. Especially if you let that thing soak for a while. This would be great to make for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Well, I am going to finish this up. I'm not going to get a bite because I'm going to let it soak, okay? But I can tell you, you don't have to have a bite in order for me to tell you this is a delicious cake. So easy. Just bake your white cake, and you can make it according to directions. If my cake calls for 1 cup of water, I use 1 cup of milk. If it calls for, you can use, I use like 1/2 cup of oil in it. But if you want to use 1/2 cup of butter, you can add, use 1/2 cup of butter. So it's delicious, and I know you're going to love it. So I just want to tell y'all how much I love yous and tell you how much the Lord loves you. Young'uns, we need to be getting ready to meet him. He's going to be coming before long. I look for him every day. And I hope that you all do too. I love yous, and we'll see you next time, okay?